It's time for newspaper review, and our newspaper reviewer, Chukudi Okoli Ubaja, is here. Chuks, how are you today?
I am so happy that the great maker of all things is giving us natural air conditioning finally. The heat is beating a retreat.
So the rain fell in your area yesterday?
Not quite my area, but I drove into, areas where the rain fell.
Yes.
But we felt a whiff
cold,
of coldness
cold,
after some time, wind and all that. And as somebody who grew up in the hinterland, I told them the rain had fallen somewhere.
Yesterday when I closed from office and I was driving home, my steering was so hot that when I go home for the next 1 hour, I could feel the heat. My
At a point, really, you begin to think,
was
I
so
hope this
hot.
is not home trouble.
Oh, God. God will bring.
But thank God for the rains.
For the
Yes,
rains, thank
very
God.
important.
Thank God. Some
And
people slept well.
Farmers are beaming from ear to ear, and the demoners
But
of
they
this world
shouldn't
are
plant.
jealous.
They shouldn't plant now.
No,
they
there's
shouldn't
no
plant
time.
now. So let's quickly go to the papers. I'll begin with the
You were
Nigerian
well brought
pilot.
up.
Yes, I'll begin with the Nigerian pilot, and just below the masthead, impeachment. Shuaibu's council protest withdraws from panel. Want to know all about that? You go to page 5. Banditry. Zamfara government imposes curfew along Sokoto-Katsina borders. Find details on page 6. At the bottom plate of the Nigerian pilot, Army not taking laws into its hands over Okwama killings. That's coming from the Chief of Defense Staff. You find the details on page 6. FG hikes electricity tariff by 230%. Details on page 20. Court detains suspected ISIS member over terrorism. You find details on page 6 too. Fire guts LP National Chairman Abure's Abuja residence. You find details on page 7. Katsina Governor denies incurring fresh loans. Find all about that on page 6. Customs revenue generation hits 1.34 trillion naira in first quarter of 2024. That's coming from the Custom Controller General Adini. President Tinubu signs amended student loan bill into law. For students to know all about that, go to page 5. And the headlines on the Nigerian pilot: I will surprise you with riders. Governor Fubara tells pro-Wike lawmakers over presidential peace pact. Says they shouldn't mistake his honest action as sign of weakness. That he has chosen to be silent over their comments out of maturity and wisdom. Insists peace pact was accepted as political solution to crisis in Rivers since October 2023. You find all the details on page 4. Let me quickly go to the leadership newspaper now. Above the masthead, slain 17 soldiers while troops are still in Okwama CDS. Impeachment, Shuaibu backs out as panel dismisses court order. Details on page 35. And below the masthead, again, Tinubu signs student loan bill into law. New tariff, Band A homes may spend 170,000 naira on electricity monthly. Labor businesses grown, manufacturers mull over power generation plan. You can see the illustration of, how you're going to, your money is going to burn during the month if you are in the Band A area. You find all the details on page 4 if you want to know how it's going to roll out. And at the side piece of the illustration on the electricity tariff increase, Taiwan earthquake kills 9, injures 900. Details on page 6. Governors, NLC mourn Ali Chiroma. Details on page 7. Peace pact, I only respect Tinubu, can't be intimidated. Fubara. Convert your dollars to naira now. Omokri urges hoarders. You find the details on page 40.
Oh, okay. And I have the Vanguard newspaper with me. Above the nameplate, Dangote refinery to resupply petrol next month. The story can be found on page 20. Don't take my simplicity for weakness, Fubara tells Wike others. Details can be found on page 12. Nigerian students' enrollment in UK varsities dwindle. The story is on page 15. Terrorism. Court gives DSS nod to detain alleged ISIS member for 60 days. The story can be found on page 9. Ondo governorship election, APC opts for direct primary, rakes in 720 million naira. Details can be found on page 26. And below the nameplate, the main headline reads, electricity concerns as tariff hike hits consumers. Details is on page 20. It's a recipe for unrest, TUC. Poverty rate will worsen, economist. It will not address fundamental energy issues, Muda Lawal. And we have residents of Okwama community can't access their homes. The CDS says they have lots of weapons bought with funds for illegal crude oil. And then the front page, the picture, it's the picture of the Tinubu signed student loan amendment bill into law. Chooks.
Demo.
Yeah.
Incidentally, that's my first topic here. Tinubu signs amended student loan bill into law. The first thing I applauded when they removed aspects of the bill then that tended to demand a pound of flesh from those who would take the loan was, they have humanized it. You know, when a reporter humanizes a story, you see that human input is even more important than the technical aspect of industry. You understand? So I was very happy about it. I am happy it's been signed into law, and the president is saying that no child will be excluded from quality education with the signing of this bill into law.
That's to tell you that the government gives priority to education.
It's hooray to Nigeria. Agriculture, education, if you put subsidy there, I'm not one of those who are going to say that you're frittering away money. These are at the core of human development.
Yeah.
I think we have come a long way. New electricity tariff, 1.8.
Please talk about that.
Yes.
I couldn't sleep last night, actually.
Because you're in a band A area. That's it.
No, actually, I was. When this news came out yesterday, I told our correspondent, "Come, my area. I hope it's not in band A. If it's band A, go and remove it from band A. No. I cannot be.
Wow.
Are you not in Garki?
I am not in band A.
You are in band A. You say Garki. You are in band A.
Why is he afraid of band A? Was he not a band boy at a community primary school?
I have removed myself from band A. I told the guy, you better remove. I'm in band C now.
Look, we are on air nationally. Don't reduce me to laughing stock.
I have removed myself from band A. I am in band C.
You cannot remove
He has
yourself.
removed
You are in
himself.
band A.
Did you hear that?
The moment I bought some units just last week, and something kept telling me, buy more. I thought you should listen to your spirit when it talks.
Yes.
You know, buy more. And when I saw this yesterday, I said, you see.
Yeah.
Okay. You are in band A, right?
Yes, and you are in band A too.
Let's not go spiritual, but the voice within, which actually keeps you alive, without you knowing it, was talking
I should have
to you.
listened.
Exactly.
I should have
You
listened.
have to learn to listen to that voice within you.
Chooks, you're in band A, right?
Band what? Yes, band A.
But with immediate.
I know your ploy. I'm not going to tell you where I stay.
Mr. Chooks, what bothered me was with immediate effect. Why not at the end of the month, April? But with immediate effect, that businesses will crumble in places like Banex.
I am saying industrial unrest is something we have to learn to stave off, whatever happens, because all this is suggesting that the sector is underfunded. That's what they're saying. But sometimes when people talk about underfunding of many of these utilities, some of us say it could be that project implementation style is the real problem in these areas and not more funds. We have pushed more funds into many areas and we didn't see a lot of progress. So we have to have, how do I put it here? A Bobue approach, a total quality approach
Total
to these
overhauling.
things. That's it.
Why must we pay for it?
TUC is saying that it's likely to lead to, is a recipe for industrial unrest. On a good note, rising profile of the naira against the dollar is said to be reducing the amount of government puts into subsidizing fuel. And I keep on saying, government has not come out openly to tell you they are subsidizing fuel. But just in case they are, it is good news that they now have more leeway to strengthen, to conserve funds
But operators are saying that they are raising dust as import duty forex rises above official market rates.
Yes.
Yes, so that's quite a problem. I think
yes,
it needs to be addressed.
the economy has so many distortions that some advantages you may see in some areas are not going to translate into benefits in some areas. That is what happens to a developing economy. Things are not at equilibrium yet. Look, I thought I didn't know economics. You guys are forcing me into another territory.
As usual, I have to thank you for coming.
Oh dear.
Thank you so much for coming.
Well, Fubara is fuming over there. So some people should be warned.
So we'll take a break. When we return, Good Morning Nigeria continues. Thank you.